Hello, and welcome to more Vivziepop content. Today I am here to talk about Helluvaboss Season 1. I'm going to talk to you about my thoughts, feelings, and compare it a bit to Has Been Hotel. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So, to continue my journey with the Vivziepop things that are out there, I have embarked upon a journey to watch Helluvaboss Season 1 after recently embarking upon the Has Been Hotel craze. I've so far watched the pilot and Season 1 of Has Been Hotel, and I've loved every minute of it, and I am still listening to the songs every day. I think I'd go through the album once a day. Potentially is quite worrisome, but we then stumbled across Helluvaboss and was told to watch it, so I have now watched Season 1 of 2. There is, I don't know if all of Season 2 is out, but there is at least some of Season 2. So far I've watched Season 1 now, as I have mentioned, and what did I think? How did Helluvaboss Season 1 compare to Has Been Hotel? On one note, Helluvaboss does not have anywhere near as good songs. That's the thing that lets it down for me, but the show feels like a completely different thing. Helluvaboss as a whole was just a better, more enjoyable show for me. It felt like the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, and of course that helps a lot when you have the voice actor for Moxie, the person who voiced Billy in the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy. Richard Horvitz is an amazing voice actor, and he has such an identifiable voice as well. And it just made it to me it felt like Blitzo, Moxie and Millie were just grim Billy and Mandy. I understand that Millie and Mandy are very different characters, but it just sort of gave that vibe, and like I really enjoyed the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy back in the day. And if it was available in the UK, I would scoop up purchasing that in a heartbeat. But it just kind of felt like that. I liked that it was like they were just basically at a job and kind of going about doing their stuff. It felt more episodic and nice in a way. I can see that there's starting to be some overarching angles, and I've started Season 2 now, and there's definitely some plot points that are being further developed, which is really good. I'm enjoying that. I especially, honestly, Brandon Rogers as Blitzo, you couldn't have done any better at doing that, and I'm so thankful that they kept Brandon as Blitzo. I've watched some interviews with him since watching Helluvaboss Season 1, and I think he pretty much just is Blitzo in real life as well. I'm also glad that they kept Richard Horvitz as Moxie. I think there's been a couple of, I think Millie's voice actress changed, which was a bit disappointing. I really enjoyed her pilot voice actress, but I mean, it's still fine. I absolutely adore Moxie and Millie's relationship. It's just so cute to me. Honestly, it's so cute, and I'm here for it every episode that they are, seen in love and things. Most of the episodes were pretty cool. Lululand was quite cool. The Spring Broken was definitely kind of cool, with seeing reoccurring ex-relationship people of Blitzo and things. Turns out from recording my Helluvaboss Season 1 video that it turns out that for whatever reason the YouTube playlist where I watched it all didn't show me episode 6. I have just watched episode 6 now, and holy fuck, I missed out entirely. That was probably the best episode of the season. I can't even begin to deny anything. If anyone argues that that wasn't the best episode of Season 1, they're entirely wrong. The flipping fight sequences for that were literally insane. That was crazy. As an avid anime fan, that had everything that I wanted. It was an absolutely hilarious episode with Moxie and Blitz just, being tied up, being interrogated. It had really good sort of mum jokes, things like that. I loved both of them tripping out. That was funny as fuck. And then to top it all off, Stolas comes and makes an absolute fucking entrance, and it's just insane. From watching that now, I like Season 1 even more. I do think that it would be very cool either for Has Been Hotel Season 3, or I don't know if it happens in Season 2 of Helluvaboss, or if there's going to be a Season 3, but I would love for there to be this weird sort of triangular war fight where it's the humans, hell, and heaven. That would be really, really cool. But to be fair, it then start to feel quite a lot like Supernatural, but as that's one of my favourite shows, I obviously can't complain at all. And one thing I find crazy is, you know, in the past and even recently in things, Disney have come out and they've pretty much said that 2D animation is kind of dead. You know, it takes too long, it's hard, you know, it's very expensive, and, you know, they've come with that whole sort of jargon of like 3D, you know, animation is better, all that bollocks. And then, you know, Vivziepop comes up here with her small team, or at least what I think a small team, an independent team, we'll call it. And then they make this. They literally say, hold my beer, let me pop out with Helluvaboss season 1 episode 6, Truth Seekers, and let me show you an absolute fucking god tier episode. What I will say is that pretty much all of the episodes were really good. When I first watched it, I noticed that episode 7 had finale on it, and then there was an episode 8, so I was a little bit confused by that. But if someone knows the reason for that, just drop a comment and let me know why that happened. Maybe it was something to do with they originally had season 8 as the finale, and then some weird, I don't know, legal thing or budgetary thing or something happened. Probably along those lines, but who knows. I definitely think that the pilot has certainly done the show justice. I don't even think that it's necessarily non-canon or anything like that anymore. It fits. It lets you know that Helluvaboss is some good shit. In the best way possible that something could be the shit. It's just a very, very fun, funny, comedic, lovable show. I love all the relationships in it. I really wasn't liking Luna at all. I was finding it very hard to like her character. She was definitely much better across the show than she was in the pilot, but it was until episode 6 that changed it. You know, I like how she, you know, did her boss girl, I don't know, transformation, let's call it, and then, you know, we're absolutely tearing up these human X-File demon hunting agents. Like, that was very cool. I love every time she calls Blitz dad or daddy and things like that, and it's just nice to him because just he loves her and he just wants what's best for her. And so I find those moments very heartwarming, and vice versa with Blitz when he does anything with any of the people that he interacts with at all. Of course, you know that Moxie and Millie are absolutely god tier people for me. I mean, even some of the villains in this were pretty cool. Fizzaroli was definitely something that was very cool. You know, seeing Stolas's family, learning about his backstory, Octavia, very, very cool as well. Veronica Mayday, I think her name was as well. Again, an interesting side character that we may or may not see again, but still, she took the presence on the screen at the time and really owned it, and that's something that I am just really liking with this show. All the characters have such unique and crazy good personalities that it just makes the show much, much more enjoyable. Now, from talking about Has Been Hotel, I did request that one of my things was to see the 7 Deadly Sins, and I got that in Helluvaboss, so that was good. I was very happy about that. We got to see Lust and Gluttony. Gluttony was in the last episode, and I think in episode 7 or 7 we see Fizzaroli again, or actually the real Fizzaroli I should say, and then we saw Lust, so that was very cool. It'd be nice to see some kind of power indication of how powerful they are. I'm assuming from being 7 Deadly Sins they are more than powerful enough, but again, would love to see more in season 2 and just to see more very cool characters. I like that we got to see some tie-ins with Heaven with the Cherub episode. I think that was episode 3 or 4, so that was very cool. And you know, I want to see further developments with Heaven and Hell, especially not just in Has Been Hotel. So far I have watched, I think, episode 1 of season 2, where we learn about Stolas's backstory with Blitz and how they first became like friends / acquaintances, so that was very cool. So just really looking forward to season 2. I will say I've said it previously that the songs don't really match up for it, but episode 6 had some, on the right tracks, should we call it, for the song wise, with the hallucination song for Moxie. But that is one thing I do want from Helluvaboss, is to just have more songs, have some good songs that I can absolutely jam to, because I think the world is going to be starting to get sick of me singing along to Has Been Hotel eventually. But no, honestly, very, very happy with it. I prefer this to Has Been Hotel, as horrible and as painful it is for me to say. If you took away the songs in Has Been Hotel, there would be no competition. Helluvaboss is just much, much better. But I'm looking forward to season 2. I don't know if it's all fully out, but when I catch up, I might then start doing actual episode reviews for it and things, and then I'll try to do some more videos. I've got a lot more Vivziepop content coming along with predictions, top tiers, lists, you name it. It's all coming. I'm really enjoying all the comments that I'm getting and all the support I'm getting from these videos. So thank you very much. You're making my day with these. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and stay tuned for more content down the line. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.